I just turned a picture from this to this. Let's go to Photoshop. Traditionally, I will have to create multiple layers and perhaps paint it even manually. But now, with the power of AI, you'll be able to colorize this image in just a few clicks. What you need to do is to open this image in Photoshop Beta and make sure you're selecting on the right layer. Once it's selected, go to Filter, Neural Filters. Within this Neural Filters, you'll be able to see all kinds of different AI-powered filtering tools. For example, to colorize this picture, I will turn on Colorize. So once you click on this toggle, it will instantly colorize your picture based on what it sees. And as you can see here, this is a really nice color tone. And if you don't like the saturation or other color tint, you can adjust all the settings on the right side panel. So here, say if I want it to be a little bit more saturated and perhaps a little bit slightly more blue like this and a little bit more pink. This is how you can quickly adjust the settings. And on the right side, you also see Profile. Provide some of the presets that you can select. For example, if I want retro blue-brown, it will automatically apply that filter onto this photo. What I would recommend is to go through these presets to find the best looking filter for yourself. Once you're satisfied with this, you can go to the bottom and look at the output options. Currently, it is automatically selecting current layer. It means that once you click OK, it will swap the original picture with this colorized version of it. However, I want to keep the original picture so I can see the before and after. What I would do is to click on this option menu and click on New Layer. Make sure that this is actually creating a new layer. Let's click OK. Now, as you can see, because I selected a new layer, it created a new layer and it preserved my background in the back. So as you can see here, this is a before and after. All right, that's it. This is one of the ways to colorize it. Don't close this video yet. So what if you have one particular thing that you want to adjust the color, but AI didn't really get what you wanted to do at first? Let me show you how to use a manual way to colorize one particular thing that you want to adjust in your AI picture. When I see this colorized picture, I really love how AI interpreted the flowers. Look at the gradient from purple to orange and from green to yellow. They're all very beautiful. The only thing that I would like to change is actually this flower in the middle. Currently, it's a little bit too dark for my taste. If you look at the original picture here, the original picture has a much redder rose than the one that we just colorized. So now what I want to do is to make this flower a little bit more colored than the original colorized picture. When you're working on a picture in Photoshop, it is always a good idea to copy a layer or use a mask so that you don't lose the original pictures. Since I want to work on this rose, I will actually duplicate this colorized layer by right-clicking and then select Duplicate Layer. Now you will have another layer created. And here, what I would do is to go to the left side. There are many lasso tools you can use, but I would use the fourth tool, which is a quick selection tool. Once you click it, it will help quickly select the object based on its edges in your image. So here, I would just quickly select this rose in the middle. And if you look closer, the edges are not entirely clean. Don't worry. What you can do is to go to the top left corner here. There's a minus sign of the lasso tool. Just click on that minus sign and you'll be able to clean these edges with this tool again. So just make sure that I'm only selecting what I really need to change the color. Now you have this flower selected and make sure you go to the bottom right corner of the layer. This is called layer mask. A layer mask will allow you to hide parts of your image and then bring them back anytime. So this is exactly what we want. Once we click on it, you will see a black image popping up on this layer. So what that means is if we disable all the other layers, all you see is a flower. This is just one of the ways for you to isolate what you just selected. Since I have this rose isolated, I want you to change the color of the rose. Just go to Image on the top left corner on your computer, go to Adjustments, and then go to Hue Saturation. Now you'll have a window that allows you to change the hue and saturation of the selected item, which is our rose. And if you can see here, there's a little toggle where you can change different color. As I am sliding the spectrum, you'll see how the flower is changing its color based on where I am selecting. Since I want it to be a little bit more red, I will make sure that I am selecting the red color, and also changing the saturation will help bring out the red color as well. You can either do it here or maybe a little bit more green, more yellow. It all depends on what your creative vision is and what really makes it look better. So for me, I actually really like a little bit of purple within. However, this is a little bit too much of saturation for me. I would just quickly adjust these until I find the right kind. And another thing you can do is to go to this list of colors channels. So what it means is that, for example, if you click on red, it will only pick up the red color within the original image. So say if I want to change the red color into something more green, this will help you to do that. And because I want it a little bit more red, I will make sure to find a color that is a little bit more in tune to what I wanted. Now it has a really nice red. And of course, you can always use presets too. So the preset, some of them will give you colorized tone. So this is how you colorize the entire thing. So say if I wanted a little bit more purple and then more vibrant, this is one of the ways you can do it. And if you want to do increase saturation, this is also another preset that helps you to quickly change the color. You can always just experiment a little bit, kind of like how we did earlier with the other filter. So I would say this red color is nice, and I'll just use this. There we go. So this is how you change the color of the flower. And of course, you can always deselect that to see the original versus the new colorized picture. All right, this is how you can change a tiny component of your AI image into a different color. And another thing I wanted to show you real quick is actually how to change this flower into a completely different object. For example, if I want a butterfly on my face, there is a way to do that. Just make sure to check out this video, how I changed this rose into a different object.